Title: The Shadow of the Pyramids of Giza. Amir was a young archaeologist, captivated by the allure of Egypt's ancient wonders. Ever since his first trip to the pyramids of Giza as a child, he had been obsessed with uncovering their secrets. Legends had always hinted that the Great Pyramid held more than just the tomb of a pharaoh. Some whispered of a hidden power, while others spoke of a dark shadow cast over those who dared to probe too deeply. One hot afternoon, while working on an excavation near the Pyramid of Khufu, Amir stumbled upon a set of strange hieroglyphs that had never been documented before. They weren't part of any known script or pattern, and they seemed to be older than the pyramid itself. Among the symbols was a repeated phrase: "Beware the shadow of the pyramid." Intrigued, Amir decided to investigate further. He spent days scouring old texts and papyrus scrolls at the Cairo Museum. Deep within the museum's archives, Amir found an ancient, forgotten scroll that detailed the construction of the Great Pyramid. It spoke of a hidden chamber buried far beneath the pyramid's base, a place where the shadow had been sealed away by the pharaoh's priests. Despite the warnings, Amir was determined to find this hidden chamber. He convinced his colleagues to help him explore the lower passages of the Great Pyramid. After weeks of digging and careful research, Amir and his team finally unearthed a narrow passageway that led deep into the earth, far beneath the pyramid's known chambers. Descending into the darkness, the air grew colder, and an eerie silence surrounded them. At the end of the passage, they found an enormous stone door, engraved with the same strange hieroglyphs Amir had discovered earlier. With a mix of excitement and dread, Amir pushed the door open. Inside was a vast circular chamber, its walls covered in hieroglyphs telling a story of an ancient entity older than even the gods of Egypt. The hieroglyphs depicted a colossal shadow, a dark force that had threatened to consume the land. The pharaoh's priests had sealed it away, deep beneath the pyramid, hoping to keep the world safe from its power. In the center of the room stood a massive black obelisk, glowing faintly. Amir approached it, mesmerized, but as he neared, he felt an overwhelming presence like 1,000 eyes watching him from the darkness. Suddenly, the chamber shook, and a cold wind swept through the room, extinguishing their torches. From the shadows, a deep voice echoed, ancient and menacing. "You have awakened the shadow," it hissed. "You were warned." Amir's heart raced as he realized the grave mistake he had made. The hieroglyphs had not been merely a legend, the shadow was real, and they had just broken its ancient seal. The obelisk began to pulse with dark energy, casting an ominous glow across the chamber. His colleagues screamed as the shadow rose, a towering figure of darkness, its form shifting and formless. Amir stumbled backward, desperate to escape. The chamber was collapsing around them, but the shadow followed, reaching out with tendrils of darkness. Amir barely managed to escape the pyramid, but as he emerged into the sunlight, he felt a weight on his chest, as if something had followed him. He looked back at the Great Pyramid, and for the first time, he noticed it, a faint, unnatural shadow cast across the sand, stretching toward him. From that day onward, Amir was haunted by the shadow of the pyramid. No matter where he went, he felt its presence lurking in the corners of his vision. He had disturbed an ancient force that should have remained buried. The legend had been true all along. The shadow of the pyramids of Giza was not just a metaphor, but a real and terrifying curse. And now, it had marked him.